What is going on, guys? We are back for another episode of LDP's podcast. Today I'm here with
Joe.
Giancarlo.
Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
On short notice. Today, as you can see, the sign, we're talking all about physical fitness, the gym, the importance of it, how it may change and play into your lives watching at home if it has not already, how it may have already changed your life. So let's just dive right into the conversation. So, Giancarlo, obviously you're big into physical fitness. Like you have a pretty decent platform on TikTok that you're starting up, which is good. Yeah. You've been, in a way, I feel like you've kind of been like through kids, like in our area, like, and you know what I mean? Like you hear people chirping, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he lifts this much. Is he natural? Is he this? How tall is he? Like you hear people talk a lot of shit. Yeah. So it's like, now that you're here, like I want the full backstory. What initially got you into physical fitness in the first place?
Okay, so my dad was a bodybuilder.
Okay.
He was like a top bodybuilder in Staten Island. He was actually an IFBB pro. And growing up, I was always on like, I wouldn't say like the fatter side, but I was always on like the chunkier, heavier side. And like he had like all these pictures like posted up in his garage of like his old physique, how ripped up he was and stuff like that. And I was like, Dad, like, I want to be better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to blow your physique away. So obviously it comes with age, it comes with time and stuff like that. So at 12 years old, I was in 7th grade. I'll never forget the day. I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning before going to school, middle school, at 12 years old, hitting the gym with my dad. He showed me everything. I'd come home, I'd eat chicken and rice. Like, I was trying to learn a disciplined diet since I was 12 years old. So 7 years ago. So then it honestly just like, I found a passion for it because obviously I played football. I'm still going to play baseball. So like, it all like complements each other, you know what I'm saying? So then the lifting turned into lifting for sports, lifting to look good, lifting to be strong, you know what I'm saying? And it just stuck with me, honestly. Like, there is no better feeling than going there, getting a great workout in, you know, taking your pre-workout, finishing a great workout and feeling sore the next day, in my opinion. Because, like, you know you worked your body. You know you got to it. And back to your saying, like, people are always going to chirp. I, like, it honestly, like, back when I was, like, 16, 17, like, it used to, like, affect me. It used to bother me. But, like, I've really just developed that mindset of, like, fuck what people think. Like, I don't care about people. Like, I don't care about what you think unless you're important to me in my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all that really matters to me, like, is what I think. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's more of a discipline thing than a motivational thing. You know what I'm saying? Because people would be like, oh, she broke my heart 4 years ago. Like, that's why I hit the gym now. Like, bro, like, that was 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Move on. Like, you're doing this at that point for yourself, to better yourself. You got to learn to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, that's what really just, like, stuck with it.
Yeah, 100%. What about you, Joe? What got you into physical fitness?
Honestly, truthfully speaking, I mean, growing up, I did do gymnastics for a while. And,
really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for a while. Yeah, it was, like, the first kind of, like, thing that I really got into. It was gymnastics, baseball, obviously, as well. I was kind of playing, like, a lot of sports, but the only thing I really took seriously was baseball. I obviously took it and ran with it. But the weightlifting part of it, truthfully speaking, was because this guy right here and a few of his buddies, because obviously, you know, being around your friends, I mean, you know, it's, you know, you get, you know, who you surround yourself around is, you know, who you end up, like, you know, being like. So started hanging out with him, you know, in middle school. He was always big as hell, no matter what. Even his natural build was just always a big kid. When we're 12, 13 years old, his neck is huge, big ass arms, like he was big, always. And he always just looked older. We date back pictures, throwing up. I got a great photo of me and him at like a football game when we're like literally like 12 years old. I'm like literally maybe 70 pounds and he's just bodying over me, bro. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. And, you know, I got into it because I didn't want to be skinny anymore. And I saw him, you know, our, you know, good friend Rocco, and, you know, we were just growing up and it was like, I want to be like them. So you know, he took me under his wing, started working out, started seeing like, you know, a lot of slow process, but, you know, it was a good process at the same time because I was very lean. So, you know, everybody knew me for having the abs back in like, you know, 7th grade, 8th grade. I mean, I thought it was cool shit. Like, it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. Girls loved it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I was like 95 pounds. So it was like, oh, who gives a shit? You know? Yeah. It looked cool and all, but it was really nothing. I was just doing whatever. So that got me into really working out. Then I started taking it and running with it a little bit, you know, introducing the whole diet part of it, you know. And I really like the whole working out thing because it's more than going to the gym and coming home. It's more than that. It's more the whole regimen, and it makes you more of like a better human, in my opinion. Because when you're working out, you understand. Same thing with playing sports. That's why they say, you know, people play high school sports. or sports in college are always the people that end up getting the job, only because they understand a routine. They know when to be there on time. They know how to deal with coaches, how to deal with bosses. So they like people that are involved, and being involved in the gym. I feel it helps you grow. Not just your body, but as a person. Teaches you regiment. Teaches you failure, and I honestly love it a lot. And gotta give a lot of props to him, because him and his friends, wasn't for really hanging out with them at such a young age, probably wouldn't have gotten into it. Probably wouldn't care about how I looked.
Yeah.
Got into that side of the internet. Looking being on social media and stuff. Huge with that. And, he really showed me that side of it. So, like I said, going to the gym, then the diet comes in, and then, you just kind of, you're a regimented person. It's like having a job. You come home, you make sure you're eating well, go to the gym at that time. Then you got school to deal with, got homework, you got a job. So I just make sure, I feel like it keeps you on track. And I feel like a lot of people that end up turning to the gym end up being, better human beings at the end of the day. So
For sure.
1,000%.
I revolve my day schedule around the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's completely understandable. So what do you lift for right now? What are you lifting for now? Are you powerlifting, bodybuilding, power building?
So back in the winter, like no baseball's going on. So like right now, baseball is my number one priority because I'm going to be playing in college. But I had no baseball going on in the winter. So one of my good friends, Max Heller, who I love, he's a really big power lifter. He put me on a bench program, and I was able to bench press 405 at 19 years old, 180 pounds. And after I hit that, I was like, all right, baseball season's starting up. Like, the spring's coming. Like, I can't be doing that because I can't risk an injury. I don't want to be too big. I don't want to keep growing. So now I'm like, at the moment of time, I'm just like maintaining / like cutting.
Right.
So like I'm just
yoga.
Yeah, I'm also stretching a lot more because like I want to be more mobile for baseball. And so you know what I'm saying? Because like baseball always been a number one priority. But I'm sure like down the road, like once baseball's like done with, like I'm definitely gonna go into bodybuilding over powerlifting because no offense to any powerlifters that are watching this, but I'd rather look good and be strong than just be strong and not look that good. Like I know there's some
I agree.
I know there's some powerlifters out there who look good and are strong, but to me, powerlifters prioritize more as just strength, and you don't really have to follow a diet for that. So like eating clean to me and like looking really good and like being really strong while doing it, it just makes me feel better about myself.
100%. Because the confidence plays a big role too. Like
Yes.
when you're walking around, no one knows that you could, unless you're big into physical fitness, someone might not know like, oh, that guy does this much on fucking military press. You know what I mean?
100%,
but if you have a nice physique, it's like, oh, that guy's in shape. He works out.
I'd rather look like I could bench 315 pounds for 10 than actually be able to do it. So it's like,
and I'd rather take the confidence when I'm out in public over the ability to just fucking
No, 100%.
lift a certain amount of weight. You know what I mean?
Unless you want to start like deadlifting a car just to like show it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or pulling the fucking tractor trailers like Mark Henry. Like, I'd rather not look like Mark Henry. You know what I mean? I'd rather I'd rather look like someone that's leaner, strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all personal preference. What you like?
No,
what you
100%.
don't like.
No,
but if that's what I mean, if that's what you prefer, you know what I mean? Like you guys are in shape. You know what I mean? Fucking, you're doing something right. So at the end of the day, if you're like a pot belly and you power lift and stuff like that, then that's you. Like like Jason Blaha.
No, I don't.
Anyway, like he was this guy big on YouTube for a while. Like he was an older guy, and he would always just push like powerlifting is the way, like true human strength is the way. And it's like, well, not everyone just wants to be incredibly physically strong. A lot of us just want to look great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, sometimes you do want to build a lift up, get a lot stronger. Like you said, what you benched 405?
Yes.
At 19 years old, 180 pounds.
Yes.
Like that's. Not a lot of kids. First off, not a lot of people in their lifetime will ever bench 405 pounds. You know what I mean? Let alone under the age of 20.
Yeah.
And it's well over double your body weight. You know what I mean?
I'm one of those dudes when I get to like 60, I could go up to a kid at the gym and be like, back in my day, I used to bench 405. You know?
but it's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least you can say it's
usually
true.
you hear that shit, you're like, all right, like, who even knows if this is true? But like,
And nowadays you have the video footage to at least show it. So, I mean, technically you could do that. Where do you see like for your futures with physical fitness? Like, do you have any current goals that you want to kind of take, like you were saying with currently you're just trying to cut a little bit, take things back because baseball season's coming up.
Yeah.
Would you ever bodybuild in the future?
100%, 150%. As soon as baseball's done, I'm gonna go full time into bodybuilding.
You're gonna do a show?
Yes, but it's gonna take time because I'm not going to be lifting like a bodybuilder for the next like 4 years.
100%.
So like I'm going to have to like try to get like my body back, you know what I'm saying? In
sure.
that type of sense, because I'm going to be lifting more like an athlete, and it's like totally different movements and compounds
100%.
and stuff like that. But I'm 100% going to pursue that.
How was it
So-
acknowledging that you have to kind of have to put that level of love and passion for your life almost on the back burner for baseball? And not only that, you not because you like or dislike one more than the other, but just because one now for your future is going to take the priority.
Well, I know that baseball, I've been playing it since I was 5 years old. It's always been like a really big passion of mine, and like working out came into it. But for baseball, it's like a whole different thing because one, my dad loves it. He loves watching me play. So my dad's always there pushing me, which I love. Love you, Dad. And with baseball, it's not like I'm like dropping weightlifting completely. Like I could still lift for baseball, you know what I'm saying? But like not how I wanted to, but that's fine because I'll still be playing baseball.
Right.
So it's like I lose one thing, but then like I still gain
another.
I still have baseball, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm still gonna be physically active.
Right.
I'm still gonna be having fun. I'm still gonna be enjoying like doing what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So if I like baseball, like I'm gonna be playing in college, so
It's going to take
there's
a priority.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
completely fine with it. So I accepted it because I used to prioritize weightlifting over baseball, and like I was a little streaky player like when I did that. So like I've realized I'm matured now. Like
Right.
baseball's more important.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
So now on the topic, obviously, of physical fitness and the industry, there's a lot of different trends that go around. There's a lot of different things that people will talk about. There's a lot of beef within the industry. There's a lot of bullshit. And unfortunately, especially fitness TikTok has become an extremely toxic platform.
so toxic.
And here's my theory as to why. It's very easy to start a fitness account on TikTok, especially when you're only posting on TikTok, because it's so easy to pick up your phone, post a video, and kind of blow an account up a little bit because TikTok, everything goes on the For You page. You know what I mean? Back in the day when the fitness industry was, maybe like 2010, 2011, when guys like David Lade, and Jeff Side, when those guys were popping, pursuing influencer was your job. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, they've just kind of like part-time picked it up, and there's anything wrong with that, but it's caused so much like it's caused so many conflicting beliefs, so much bullshit amongst younger kids, and it's like people don't know
anybody could do it.
It's because anyone could do it, and like people don't know who to listen to. You see these people now with 100,000 followers, 400,000 followers. They're pushing wrong information, like, you know what I mean, when you just look at what's technically right, what's technically wrong, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, for example, JPG Coaching, you know what I mean? Great guy, like, obviously very knowledgeable, but it's like it's his way or the highway. Yeah. That's fucking annoying, you know what I mean?
No, 100%. Like, or like all of his fanboys go with that. It's his way or the highway. So if someone sees someone doing a different exercise, like how JPG showed it, that person will comment, "This is wrong." JPG said, like he showed the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Oh, so that's your only source of factual information is JPG Coaching.
Come up with your own things, man. Just follow your own path. Honestly, I can't stand people that are just very ignorant, just closed-minded. It's really,
but
really,
back
really annoying.
to you saying about the OG. So like David Lee, Jeff Side, even John Skywalker, they were doing this on YouTube, posting, and like funny story. David Lee and like Dylan McKenna apparently, like, this is what I got told, used to get made fun of high school for like posting the selfish pictures, posting on YouTube, making YouTube videos by other people, and they just didn't care and just kept going with it. And now they're considered the OGs, and now you have these like new people here that are blowing up from like TikTok and stuff like that are like kind of doing what they're doing, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as like the OG people who did it.
Like Lex Little now.
Well,
new.
Lex, I like Lex a lot, but
no,
like,
he's cool.
Yeah,
I'm not even him, but he's more of like the new generation.
Yeah, he's more.
Sush is more of the new generation.
Yeah, I'd say like Mantello, Little, and like English like been doing it like before these guys. I'm talking about like the new generation.
I still feel like Sush is pretty new.
Like Sush,
very new.
Like Sush, Eubank. Even though Eubank, like I like them all. You know what I'm saying? Like I have nothing against them, but like they're like not the OGs. Like it's not the same.
Yeah,
if you're not trying to.
I also feel like now, things are a little bit more like, you can't always see, like, you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
100%.
But I feel like back in like 2010, 2009,
that shit was raw.
It was raw.
Like Ziz, like the
you
prime
knew,
Ziz.
you knew what you were seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like
not the modern day.
No.
they got people editing videos.
TikTok,
like come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
TikTok turned, in my opinion, the gym and lifting weights into a trend.
And it's 100%.
And like people think, oh wow, I guarantee you, like kids you knew like before TikTok, that didn't work out or working out now and posting on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
And it turned into a fucking like toxic ass community.
So yeah, like,
toxic.
for example, like I'm 5'8", so it's like people will be like, comment on my TikToks. Oh, this guy's 4'11", 5'1". Okay, put on 4 plates on the bar and let me see what you could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I understand for the taller people that it's like more difficult, but like I can't control my height, but I can control my diet. I can control my work ethic. I can control my discipline.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't understand people who get on top of people for like things they can't control.
100%.
Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, exactly. That's total bullshit. That's why their opinions, they're literally, I know it sounds corny, they're NPCs. Their opinions don't matter. They don't have the balls to create.
People are gonna hate when you're doing better than them.
100%.
It's just as that simple.
Yeah.
So it's just that mindset, like, fuck what people think.
100%.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, it's completely natural to be jealous of someone that's doing something that you want to do.
Jealousy is the number one thing in the TikTok
Fitness community.
Yeah, it's terrible.
100%, bro. It's
People make it a part of their personality.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, it's actually embarrassing. It's weird. Like literally, like, and they make it their entire. And it's not that the gym can't be like the main forefront of your life, because for a lot of people it is, and that's actually a positive thing. It's better than it being a drug or even or even a
100%.
girl. Because at the end of the day, the gym won't fucking cheat on you. The gym will always be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like if you're relying on that emotionally, it's better because that's always there. 45 pounds is always 45 pounds. You know what I mean? It'll always be there.
In my opinion, discipline is always better than motivation.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like you just came off a relationship, you're gonna use that like motivation to like, I guess, like fuel your fire.
Yeah.
But like when you're finally over it, where's that motivation going?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're disciplined, you still know what you got to do. You still got to get it done. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? But like, I've used girls as like a motivation before. Like, it's just like the normal thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, going back to it, like you got to be disciplined to do it, even when that motivation even wears off, even when you're moved on, even when you're over her.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. You were saying, what were you telling me about? I don't know if you want this on camera. If you don't, we'll just cut it. Do you want to talk about the James English thing on camera or no?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
You want to talk about it?
All right. Yeah.
So what happened with James English? He DM'd you?
So in 2019, I was 16 years old. James English was 18 years old. And I posted a video of me. I think I benched like 335 or something like that. And James English randomly DMs me out of nowhere and asks me for my plug's number for illegal compounds. And I came back at him. I was 16 years old. So I was like, what are you talking about? I'm 16 years old. Like, why would you even DM me like saying that? Like, look at you, like what you're doing. Like, how are you going to claim that I'm doing stuff when you look like that? You know what I'm saying? You look better than me.
Yeah.
And you're like stronger than me. So like, I don't get where you're coming from here. Like, I don't
need.
Yeah, what was the need of, you know what I'm saying? And this is
100%.
like, now he has like 250K followers on Instagram, but back then he only had like 30, 40. But like, I'm 19 years old. I can't go talk shit to a 17-year-old that's putting up good numbers.
Like, why
Yeah.
would you?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll like be like, oh, good shit. You know what I'm saying? I won't like go shit on him.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, that's what James English.
Yeah.
So I kind of have like something against
Is the
him.
beef still alive between you and James English?
He probably forgot about me. So I just think it's like pretty funny at this point nowadays. But like back then, like I was obviously like immature. I was arguing back and forth with him. But like nowadays, if someone like DM me that, like I honestly just ignore them or like just like
Probably used to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
You know Hadi Abdel?
Yeah.
Had him on the podcast the other day.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's really shredded.
Yeah, we filmed. Cool ass dude.
Yeah.
Cool ass dude. And he was like basically explaining like the fitness industry, like shit is not sweet. Everyone's in here playing for keeps. No one cares about who photoshopped the picture, who did this, who did that. At the end of the day, that drama is always going to be there. A girl puts on makeup. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? A girl photoshops a picture, no one cares. A guy whose job is to physically look well photoshops a picture, now it's fucking this massive deal. At the end of the day, these guys exist in person. I'm going to see you in person eventually, right? I'm a content creator. My account's going to continue getting more viral. I'll be in contact with these people. At the end of the day, you have to be okay with working out in a public gym. Someone's going to walk up to you in person and acknowledge that it's you. If you looked that horrible and you were that like insecure about doing it, you probably wouldn't have that big of a platform. You know what I mean?
Honestly, with that whole Photoshop thing, first of all, everyone has done it once in their life. Everyone has done it at least once in their life. So when Alex Eubank was getting all that hate for it from other fitness influencers too, like the whole Young LA Raw Gear stuff.
That was some bullshit. Total bullshit.
Alex Eubank, I love the way he handled the situation. I have so much more respect for him. He ignored it all. He kept doing what he was doing. And then he started posting the edited and the unedited.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even Photoshop. It was just lighting and filters.
Yeah.
Which is okay. You could edit your lighting and filters.
100%.
Girls edit like lips on themselves. You know what I'm saying?
They get lip fillers put
Exactly.
in. Like, what?
I literally had no
So-
idea any of that was happening because when I looked at his account, there was like nothing. Like the comment section was like flooded with like, oh, post the raw footage, this, that, you don't look like that, da 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 da. And I was like, listen, like, I'm gonna go look at it. I thought he would post like an explanation or even like an apology. Nothing. He just acted like it never even
So
happened.
I think
It's the best way to deal with things, honestly.
I honestly think they made it a bigger deal than what it was because of how fast he blown up. He's gained 1 million followers in the past year.
He's a legend.
He eclipsed all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like he is at the top of the food chain right
and he
now.
brought God with him, and that's
Yeah.
why he's at the top.
Yeah, very Christian. Very Christian.
Eubank,
Yeah.
Eubank has great morals.
Dude. Great
Eubank,
dude.
if you're watching this video, I'm going to tag you. Get on the podcast. I'm telling you, we will get some awesome shit going, and it definitely will happen. You know what's funny? I sat here 2 months before we filmed the one with Hattie, and I had one of my friends that was on the podcast at the time. I was like, yeah, like within a month or two, I'll have Hattie on the podcast, and they were like, no, you won't. I was like, yes, I will. I was like, watch me. And it happened. So now
Yeah.
today I'm manifesting. Eubank, come on the podcast, bro. I'm
No,
telling
100%,
you.
bro.
We're in
I-
Jersey. We'll
a lot
get
of respect for you.
We'll get a fire conversation going. Obviously, I have a lot of respect for you. You know, we had your boy Hattie on. I think he had a good experience coming. So I would have a lot of, we would have a good conversation. You know what I mean? Having him on, especially because I'm religious, you know, like
Yeah.
all different shit. But 100%, yeah. So tying in, right, how we were talking about the fitness industry being toxic. There's a good, right? There's a good in everything. So I would say that the benefit of having fitness TikTok, which like you said, in a way became a trend, the benefit is now that it's on so many people's For You page, you see so many more people being physically fit. I feel like now that the gym, I guess in a way, became a trend, so many more people are working out.
This goes back
Oh
to
my
what we talked about
God.
with the girls.
Oh, dude, I remember when I think I started lifting, not like super seriously, but I started dabbling in physical fitness and like touching some weights. Freshman year of high school, no one was lifting at that point.
Yeah, no one.
So-
no one.
Literally nobody.
No one was lifting as a freshman. Come, literally quarantine.
Oh, quarantine.
That's-
Everyone
yeah.
is in the fucking gym.
Everyone was sitting on their phone on
Yeah.
TikTok. And here's another thing. I like am so pissed off at myself for this because I was big into like that Ziz stuff, the hard style stuff, the working out stuff, the big number stuff in like 2018, 2019 before TikTok made it a trend. So if I started back then, I feel like I'd be way bigger than I am now because now it looks like I'm just following the trend.
following the
When really like I've been doing this.
You could be considered like,
You know what I'm saying?
OG.
I've been doing this. Like the same kids in high school that would make fun of me for like posting shirtless pictures, for like making fun of me for like Ziz, like all that stuff, are doing the exact same thing now.
Yeah.
So like how the tables have fucking turned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'm like that's what like I wish I started that TikTok.
must feel good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, like you also have to acknowledge, like, think about this. Even if you did go in on like the whole like Ziz, I guess, theme of following physical fitness, like he was like, I'm sure he was a cool dude, like his mark that he had on the fitness industry. But why not become like the first Giancarlo
No,
Cangro or the
100%.
first Joe Charletta or the first Luke Del Priore?
Yes.
Because ultimately, the trend starters become the legends and the OGs. You don't ever want to be in anyone's shadow. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like this is my podcast. I'll never be in anyone's shadow because this is original. You know what I mean? You could be like, he's kind of like Joe Rogan, but at the end of the day, this is my own separate entity and podcast. With you with physical fitness, because you're so strong and you could build an image around your lifts and fucking like not caring what people think, you could be the first. You know what I mean? Like, why even if you're passionate about that specific thing, there's so much more reach and potential with you forming original content, because there's, like you said, there's so many kids now that post with the hard style and that there's a large group of the fitness community that wants to move away from that.
Yeah, I just-
a large group of
And
it.
it's all a lot of old heads too. Like the old bodybuilders. Shout out Gary Turner. Like I praise this guy, the G6. He hates it. He hates the new trends. He hates the kid. He hates it. Back then he would tell me how he would just go in the gym by himself, not post about it, not post anything, and just work his ass off. Not take any pictures, not get in the way of anything.
He'll be taking photos of like people taking photos. I'm like, dude, if that was me,
He's
I'd be
great.
so embarrassed. Bro.
He's
It's so
great.
funny.
Nah, he's great. He's great.
But yeah, I mean, going back to like the whole trend setting thing, I feel like especially now, like the whole social media thing, there's so many people doing it. It's so impossible to almost find something somebody hasn't done. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's hard because like the same way we're having this conversation right now is like the same way somebody else could be having this conversation. It's
Yeah.
like, what can we find that somebody hasn't done? Like we got a strong person right here who looks good, strong as shit. It's like, what can we do that's different? That's why people literally, I feel like, that's why people like, I honestly feel like, and he could say it too, start beef. You know what I'm saying? Like people just get on each other's nerves
100%.
for attention.
You know what's funny, bro? Backstory, even just like with my fucking account. This account started as a fitness account. I don't know if anyone knows that.
I remember the fitness.
This was LDP Fitness before it turned into everything LDP.
Yeah.
So I've been making content since I was 15 years old, on and off. Now I've been much more consistent with the podcast. I literally started, right, with literally the dumbest shit, but it was original, right? I was fucking slamming a medicine ball in my workout room at home.
Yeah.
WWE music would come in, and me and my boy would be fucking screaming at the camera. And at the end of the day, was it cringy looking back? Maybe to a point. Yeah. But like looking back, it's like, I don't regret that. Because at the end of the day, to me, that shit is still hilarious.
They
going
love
back
the
and watching
screaming.
it.
They love the screaming.
And it was original. Like literally no one was blasting fucking Dolph Ziggler Undertaker theme song. Walking in like idiots. The randomness of that content, to me, I could still watch those videos today and cry.
It's actually mad funny you say that because Metalingus, Edge's theme song, is my PR song. Every PR max that I do, I listen to Edge.
Have you guys seen the dude that just like puts the bench press in like the middle of like the street?
I mentioned 225.
But he's never done it though.
But he's never done it.
He just gets
but
on
that's
it.
original.
And he has
gets people
250K
mad.
followers.
Like, and it's gold. Like who comes up with that
Yeah,
shit?
exactly.
So
It's like if he sees it, like, bro, I'm like, how do you even like? I don't even know how you come.
And people get annoyed because he still hasn't done it. And he'll never do it.
He's got the chain, the tattoos.
It's a marketing genius.
Bro, literally.
And people are like, shit on him in the comments. Why don't you never do it? You probably can't do it.
You're doing what he wants.
He doesn't care because their comments and their likes are helping his algorithm, however you say it.
Algorithm. But it's like you're literally doing exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
You're doing exactly what he wants ultimately when you drop those comments and you say that shit. You're playing into the system. Yeah. But that's why like when I started with the original fitness content and then when I stopped, my shit got knocked off. I don't know if you know Vince Aesthetic. He's like a kid. He posts like his account got to
I remember that. The kid that had like the veins over here.
His account got to
mad goofy. He got deleted.
His account got to
I had no idea.
His account got to right around like 80K followers, but he totally knocked off what I was doing. Like I would get in the camera and be like, it's all about the diet. Are you fucking kidding me? Like we had almost like slogans. You know what I mean? I would have girls come in and like start like touching me and be like, "Get the fuck away!" Like the stupidest shit.
Awesome.
Like the stupidest shit.
Awesome.
But at the end of the day, I was super scrawny back then. But like it was original. You know what I mean? This was no one cared. Like I was a young kid working out, having fun. Yeah. None of that mattered. You know what I mean? To me, it was all about the content, and that was original. And that's why, at a point in time, it worked. If I would have kept going with that content, it would have worked. Yeah. I stopped being friends with the kid, and the content was never the same after I dropped the kid. You know what I mean? For other reasons, but for that in itself, that's why we stopped that content. Now it paralleled into this. Then I had girls on the podcast. We talk about this. Boom, boom, boom. This was original. You know what I mean? That's why it worked. First month, 200K plus, millions of views, millions of fucking traction. You know what I mean? Millions of likes, millions of views. People that I don't know are coming out of the woodworks, dick riding me. Like, this is what happens. You know what I mean? Like, this is the game. Fucking, like, coming back. We were just talking about, like, being original and, like, starting your own thing.
That's why, like, I've been slacking. So, like, a lot of things I post, like, I feel like I'm copying someone else.
Yes.
There are millions of people posting. You know what I'm saying?
This kid would text me. He'd be like, yo, what do I post today? I'm like, bro, I really don't know.
So, it's just so
what is there
hard.
to post, bro?
Like, I ran out of ideas. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can only post me benching 4 or 5 so many times.
Right.
Because that's original. Like, that's not normal at 19. You know what I'm saying? But I can only post it so many times. So, like, I just, like, run out of ideas and, like, don't know what to post. So, like, I'll slack off for, like, a month and be like, oh, whatever. Like, and then I'll get really motivated again and do it again for, like, the next month. Like, I'm inconsistent. I wish I was more consistent. But it's really hard to, like, really just get in there and, like, find ideas to post about.
Oh, bro, I could literally give you $1 million off the top of my head that I'll give you off the podcast so no one steals them. Literally, I swear.
Okay, say less,
like, bro, there's so many different things that you could do in relation to physical fitness that I know for a fact nobody has done. And ultimately, what people want is they want someone that builds mystery, right? Because it's like, there's something mysterious about them. You want to figure out and learn more about them. You want someone that brings ultimately you want to be someone that brings the emotion out of someone.
Brings the hype.
Why did people love the whole what was it, like We Go Gym?
We Go Gym because it's hype.
Because it's hype.
It. We Go Gym.
Yeah, yeah, because it's hype. Is it dumb maybe to someone? Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, like to me, I'm not into that stuff, but there's a massive demographic of people that are.
I've used that phrase before.
Exactly.
I fucking love it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. See that. Prime example. There's a massive demographic of people that are. Yeah. I would say you're in the demographic of people that are. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm more just like I'm not as
casual.
Yeah, I'm literally just a casual. That's all I am.
No, I could 1000% agree. I was very into that.
Yeah.
Like the hype shit.
Yeah.
And then like, like baseball kind of like whatever. And like, I hurt my shoulder. And
Yeah.
I kind of mellowed out.
Yeah.
A little bit, just kind of like,
Yeah.
I got a little lazy, not going to lie. Like, you can agree it. I 1000% got lazy. Fell off a little bit with it. Now I'm getting back into it slowly because like I got nothing else to do really.
Yeah.
And I feel like now that I'm going back into it, I am still like more hyped, but like not as much as I used to be.
Yeah.
And I want to get back to that.
Yeah.
But then again, times are different. Like mid-quarantine lifts, like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
In this kid's
Oh,
garage.
bro.
Then we were going to Attilis, bro. Like literally once, like every single day, dude. We go. We just alternate cars. Who take who? We've been throwing gas money. Nobody gave a shit.
20.
It was so hype, dude. So hype. And now it's kind of like I just feel more of a casual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I got to get back my own like confidence or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
2020 quarantine was the
was
best
crazy.
lifting time of my life.
Me
I
too.
would-
Bro, literally me too. I love
So
it.
my grandpa was a carpenter. He built a bench rack out of a couch and metal bars, and it was also a squat rack too.
It's so funny, dude.
We found dumbbells I think at like a thrift store or something, and we just would. I would have like 8 kids come over every
crazy.
day.
It was
We
crazy.
would blast music, scream, work out, go to sleep, and do the next thing, the same thing the next day. Then when summer came around, we would go to my garage, lift, work out, go to the beach right
go
after.
wherever we wanted. Bro.
And
It was
then
crazy.
when we got over we're like, all right, like gym's got open. Like I'm sick of this garage. We would take turns driving an hour and a half down South Jersey by Atlantic City
Yep.
to the Attilis gym, which was stayed open during quarantine. And we would just go there and lift and lift and lift. And like that summer and like looking back at it, like I miss it.
there was like literally
That was
not
the
a-
nothing going on.
Not a care in the world.
that was
Just-
the best summer of my life.
Yeah,
I know
100%.
I know it was a sad time for a lot of people, but literally, I look back at that summer, and you know what was funny? During that summer, bro, I put everything out. I'll be completely honest. During that summer, I vividly remember I was talking to no bitches. Like literally, I was talking to no girls, but not by choice. Like literally,
There
like
was no reason to.
there
Nobody
was
was leaving the house.
Yeah, like no one was leaving the house. Like I didn't feel the need to go start adding girls by fucking search. I wasn't in contact with any of the girls I went to high school with. So at that time, I really had no females on my phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, the only thing that really is to do is work out and go to the beach. And my friend at the time too really wasn't talking to girls either at the time. So like that was really all we had going. And we were like, oh, the summer would be so much better with girls, so much better if we had bitches, so much better this. The summer after, I did literally the exact same thing, but girls were in the picture, right? It was a less enjoyable summer.
Yeah.
More
I
drama.
swear to God, it was there was so
Drama,
much
just-
more drama.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh my God, bro. Like literally, I was like, and it's funny, I look back in the moment, I was like, shit, like we were wishing that whole time that we had girls during that period of time. Now it comes and it's like I don't even want it.
Yeah.
Girls are crazy, man. They're all the same. They're all evil and they're all crazy. I'm sorry if you're watching this, but you girls are different breeds. You guys are just all crazy and all the same.
I
I'm
tell
sorry,
you?
I had to say it. You guys are nuts.
It was like with the whole quarantine, it was awesome because you're with a select group. Like we didn't leave each other. We learned so much more about each other. We learned more about ourselves.
For sure.
When I tell you, like you said, the world was at a halt. Like there was nothing. Like there was no reason to do anything. Like it was your first excuse to like literally do nothing and be okay with it. And we just kind of like did our own thing. And some of the people that we talked to during quarantine, like we don't talk to as much anymore. And I genuinely wish that we did, because it was the crazy time, the craziest 5-6 months of our lives. Because it didn't really last that long for us, honestly. So
It was so fun though.
It was-
bro.
it was great.
So
It was-
fun.
I know, bro, it was a great time.
first 2 months, we were like, all right, like relax. Once of us started going out, like the rest of us did.
We would
So-
hop on Fortnite till
Yeah.
5 in the morning and play
Minecraft,
hide
bro.
and seek. Yeah, we started up a
Minecraft.
Minecraft world that
Mad
lasted
funny.
like a month. Like we found stuff to do whenever we could do it.
Yeah, bro.
Like-
Quarantine, I'm telling you, was the best time of my life. Even even with baseball, like when those tournaments are coming around. Do you remember when we had to go to PA?
Yeah.
Bro,
Diamond, bro.
that was a fucking amazing time for me too, because it was everything was kind of done outside the box, and it was just so enjoyable. Like everything about that period of
That
time
was
was
the best
enjoyable.
baseball summer of my life too.
Yeah,
That was a great time, man. I miss it.
yeah, I miss it too. All right, so I feel like we definitely touched on a good amount of stuff. Do you want to keep I know Joe, I know you're getting yelled
It's all
at.
good.
I don't want you to stay too crazy late. Do you have stuff that you want to touch on? I feel like you want to go deeper into this.
Well, so the thing is, it's just we already touched up on it. How people are gonna people talk shit. I'm known in the area, so people
You are.
it's
yeah,
at,
100% you are.
it's at the point where people either hate me or love me. There is no in between. You're either going to talk shit about me, you're either going to talk good about me. At the end of the day, if you're hating on me, then I really don't care what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hate on me all you want.
Everybody should be like that. Everybody's opinion.
There's
no
your
reason.
opinion means nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, your height comments, like this and that, like I really don't care. Like, I love it, honestly. Like, I laugh at it. You guys are funny. Like,
we all laugh at it.
Some of the shit.
Literally, just know any funny comment that ever goes in like his comment section, straight to the group chat, and we're all just making
all
fun of
laughing.
it. Like, we actually look for the really clever ones. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like some of them, like I know one of them was the gingerbread man one.
Yeah.
That one, bro,
I got
that one
called
made me
the
laugh.
gingerbread man.
I was like, yeah,
bro.
like nobody's sitting there being like, damn, like I'm upset. Like, bro, that shit was funny.
It'd be the accounts with like 4 followers, following 1,000 people, no post, no profile picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you think
miserable
you're doing something by talking shit, but honestly, it's just making us like laugh more.
It's
honestly.
entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When somebody tells you you're the best, and when somebody tells you you're the worst, you should treat it the same.
Yeah.
No, I feed off the hate. I'm addicted to proving people wrong. That's another big reason why I like hit the gym constantly, train all the time. I'm addicted to proving people wrong. I feel like I've been an underdog my whole life, and I was always like, back against the wall, always against the odds, and I'm addicted to proving people wrong, proving the odds wrong. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
like
100%.
that type of a standpoint.
Yeah, 100%.
Because so many people in my life have doubted me, and so many people in my life have supported me. So there's always a good and a bad, but I'm just happy to say like I've proved so many people in my life wrong, and I will keep continuing to do so, and that's why I am always so motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love proving people wrong.
Yeah.
Good, bro. And that's how it should be. Ultimately, like whatever fuels you, whatever fuels that fire, just keep it going. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people get lazy and they get depressed and demotivated when they don't have something to fuel the fire. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. That's where discipline comes in.
Yeah, like when you said like I've had many times in my life where I slack. You said that you had
I'll admit it. Like, listen,
because when you
gotta recognize it, you know.
Yeah, and when you don't have something that's fueling the fire, when you could find that thing even in yourself, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's harder than other times, but ultimately it's not something that you can't find in yourself, because there's always a reason to fucking no. You could think as deeply as you want about how depressed you are and how upset you are. You can't find a single excuse or reason as to why you should not go to the gym if you're healthy enough to go.
And like I said, it's always about who you surround yourself with, because honestly,
Number one.
a lot of people look at it, they say like, oh, that's such a myth or whatever. 1,000% isn't.
You're a product of your own environment.
You're a product of who you're around. Literally, that's all it is. I mean, a lot of people don't get that. I mean, it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. If you surround yourself around bad people, chances of you being bad are pretty high. I'm not going to say that you're going to be a bad person, but if you surround yourself by some pretty good people, like, want to be around the right people, getting the right connections, getting the right mindset. The rest is history, honestly. You got to ask any successful person usually has tried to surround themselves with other successful people, and then, the rest is history. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that
Oh,
firsthand.
yeah, 100%. All connections.
I literally, and you learn just based upon who you know. Everything is connections. Everything is networking, especially with this. The slower and the more you grow a platform, the more people you interact with, the more people you DM. You'll get people by chance. We got Duke Gomez on the podcast.
Yeah, that was fire.
Big ass comedian, like especially in our area.
They deleted him, right?
They've been trying, but he's so fucking viral. Like, they literally can't stop him. We got him. He literally blows up an account to 2 mil whenever he feels like it. Like these are the kind of people you network with and you learn from, because
100%.
you want to not necessarily follow in their exact footsteps, but you want their formulas. You know what I mean? Like, or David, who I had on the other day, multimillionaire, 20 years old, had $600 to his name, no car, nothing. He was living on the streets for a period in time. Built a clothing company into a multi-million-dollar entity, made hundreds of thousands of dollars off cryptocurrency. These are the kinds of people I want to be around. Yeah. These people, you know what I mean? I don't want to be around.
Same mindset, same timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, back to what he said, like, I helped influence him into the gym. Not say I did drugs. I would have probably influenced him into doing drugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, certain, like, hardcore drugs, like, obviously, like, I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone on here, but, like, I'm not, like, drugs are not good, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think drugs are good. But, like, instead, it's the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's positive things. It's like baseball and stuff like that. Eating, right? Like,
you gotta.
But
I'll put it up.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, that whole you're a product of your environment thing is true. It's not a myth.
100%.
And, like, back to that whole girl thing, I'm going to just say this right here. In a breakup, a girl's revenge is effing as many guys as they can and being a complete, like, girl that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Easy to get girl. My type of revenge is bettering myself as a person and getting money. Yeah. And that's why, like, you see who was the real problem, the relationship. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, there's that. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's definitely true. Like, especially with the way certain people handle things, like, it's all character, you know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you don't see.
Your true self shows at some point.
You know,
it always will.
You see a lot of guys like when they get into those dark places, like gym and money is just ways that at the end of the day, all a guy wants to feel is we want to feel like we have a purpose in our lives and we want to feel like someone cares about us. Right?
100%.
That's all we want to, whether it's from our mom and dad and we want to show them, and or it's from a girl, or it's from even one of our boys. Like we want to impress someone and we want to feel cared for. You know what I mean? Physical fitness and looking better and getting the acknowledgement from other people and making more money. Those are two things that literally is all by choice. Like there's no excuse to not go to the gym and make money. It's as simple as get a job or start a business and exercise and eat clean. Boom. You just fix. You
stay consistent.
You just
stay
fix
consistent
most of the problems that you thought you had in your life.
And you said manifesting too. If you manifest anything, it'll come true.
Listen,
Literally.
people say money can't buy happiness, but I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini and be all upset than a Honda Civic. And that's just me personally.
Yeah.
True.
So that's my opinion. You can't tell me if I'm right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
100%, bro. My boy that came to the house the other day, he just ordered a brand new 296 custom carbon rims. He pulled up in a beautiful Supra. He has a fucking he has ridiculous cars, multiple houses, 20 years old. He's like, I'm not immune to depression, but I'm less depressed than I would be if I was broke. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, the goal is to get rich.
At the end of the day, the goal is ultimately for me and Dario, especially with this podcast, what other businesses we're building, to get rich. You know what I mean?
And I love what you guys are doing.
You know what I mean? Like the goal is to get rich.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like obviously the goal is to help inspire and help other people, but I wouldn't be doing this if there was no financial reward at the end of the tunnel. Why would you show up?
Always gotta be.
At the end of the day, it's like, oh, I show up to work as, like my dad's a police officer. I show up to work as a cop because I want to serve the community and help others. Well, would you do it if you didn't get paid? Fuck no. You got to get paid at the end of the day.
a lifestyle.
How do you survive?
Exactly. Like I love doing this, right? Me and Dara love doing this, but at the end of the day, I know there's going to be a reward.
Yeah.
Just like you love going to the gym and you love playing ball because there's a reward. You know what I mean? Ultimately, you will find an avenue and a pathway and a reward with it.
In life, you got to find what you enjoy making money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everyone starts somewhere. So right now we're working, you know what I'm saying? Like right now we're at that level, like we have to work, you know what I'm saying? Until we get to that top, until we keep grinding.
Yeah.
That's when you really like can drop the work. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%. Beautiful. I feel like we covered a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like we touched on a bunch of different shit, which is good. I wanted to keep it a little
Start
bit
as a
broad.
gym, but then life comes around.
100%, because literally
Teaches
all
you a
ties
lot.
in.
The gym connects to life. Everything connects.
Yeah,
Everything connects.
Yeah, it does. And it's like literally Hattie was sitting here and he was like, well, and you want to talk about someone I don't know if you watched the podcast, but he was a project manager, went to school, got injured with soccer, wasn't able to play the game anymore. He had that degree as a project manager, making crazy money. Well, crazy money for a kid his age, making a lot of money. And then he was doing social media at the same time. So he was working fucking 8 to 5, then going to the gym right after, filming content, literally breaking night every single night.
Everyone starts somewhere.
Just to pursue physical fitness and his job. And he said, I'll quit my job when I could match the money I make off my job to physical fitness and influencing. And then he did it, but he didn't quit. Like he waited. He was like, oh, I'm going to do it when I double it. And I guess he got close to double. And then he was like, fuck it, I'm quitting this job. I don't need it anymore. I'm going all in on my passion.
He's living every man's dream. I can tell you that, man.
Literally.
Good for him.
And people could shit on him and like be like, oh, but he did this, but he did that. Fuck that. I don't care what you got to say about him. You can't knock that man's hustle.
Him
You
and
know what I
Eubank,
mean?
bro. I love him, bro.
Yeah.
Like all that shit talking to everyone like made me like them even more. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like I actually like follow into them. Like I don't really watch YouTube videos, but I watch a Eubank video here and there. You know what
Hell
I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro. He's a good ass dude.
I also watch Rich Piana. Yo, he's fire. He's an OG.
Bro, all of
Rest in
quarantine, I
peace.
was watching a lot of Rich Piano when I was more heavy in it. Now I'm more obviously casual,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed that. I feel like
Yep.
I feel like we covered a lot. Obviously, thank you guys a lot for
Of course,
being
man.
here.
Y'all be here anytime. Just
100%. I'm definitely down to get another one in.
right.
I'm sorry I kept you so late.
Bro, it's all good, bro.
All right.
They don't even know how late it is, bro. We're out here grinding.
We're out here grinding. It's fucking late as hell.
Fucking Monday at 1 a.m.
It's Monday at 1 a.m. But you know what?
Mad
At
funny.
the end of the day, it's what you got to do.
No, 100%. I had a blast. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe for more epic content, and I'll catch you for the next episode. Peace.
I said no, no, no.